Hi everybody, as you can see, I'm in a very happy mood this morning. And no wonder. Who would have expected us to beat a European team for nothing, even though Steaua on paper are the easiest team we'll have to play in this group. It was still good to win by such a margin. Apparently it's 20 years since we beat any team in a group stage game by that kind of margin. So well done to the guys. After Sunday, it could only have got better, but I don't think any of us dreamed it would have got this much better in 90 minutes. So great result. Good performance in places, a lot of good things that could cheer us up, but still shambolic in other parts of the game. And who would have thought we'd go on to win for nothing after a disastrous start when Jack Butland probably made his biggest mistake of his Ibrox career. It was a decent pass back in the second minute from Suter. Plenty of time to do what he wanted with it. He dilly-dallied. He took two or three touches. I thought I was watching Drossers in goal at this point. The guy closed him down, seemed to tackle him, take the ball away from him as Butland went down and put it into the empty net, only for the incompetent, useless, inept referee to save us. So for once, we got a decision from a European referee. Usually they're hopeless when they come to referee us. So this guy was hopeless, but was probably a homer, if anything else, because the goal was chalked off. And having seen it since on TV and listened to the pundits, etc., I don't even know if he was fouled. But the whole point of the debate is the referee blew his whistle before the guy took the ball away and put it into the net. So therefore, apparently, VAR couldn't get involved. And I'm pretty sure if VAR could have told the guy, the referee, to have a look at it on the screen, he would have rescinded his decision. So what a let off for us. Great stroke of luck, especially so early on. That would have been the death knell for the game. The crowd would have been so upset at throwing away an easy goal like that. So shame on Super Jack Butland in goal, but thank you to the referee for being incompetent. This is a referee who apparently has booked 13 guys in his two previous Europa games, and I didn't see the total since, but I know he booked 3 Rangers players, and he must have booked about 6 of them, so he must have booked about 9 guys in the game. So he's going for a record, obviously, in his Europa League career this season, the referee. So anyhow, what about the rest of the game? We recovered well. Within 10 minutes, we'd actually opened the scoring. Great goal. Czerny cut in from the right into the box, and with his right foot, no less, he actually cut it back to the 18-yard line where Tom Lawrence hit it low, just inside the post. The goalkeeper should have saved it. It was a kind of lucky goal as well. The goalie should have saved it. Lawrence didn't hit it properly, but it still went in, so who cares? We weren't caring. We were just jumping about for joy. So 1-0 up. Things were back on track. We dominated the game. They looked dangerous in the breakaway. They were quite quick, but they only had, I think, about 6 shots at goal, only 1 in target. So their firepower, thankfully, was lacking. So we had a few chances, a lot of decent attacking moves, a few scary moments maybe without them getting a shot in. I think at one point, from a corner, it went back to the guy on the 18-yard line, and he fired a great shot, but it was right at Butland, and he just had to rise up and palm it over the bar. That was his only save in the first half. I think he had one more in the second half with his feet, and that was his entire night's work, basically. So 1-0 up. We got 2 when Czerny pounced on a kind of loose pass from one Steaua player back the way to another. He pounced, got the ball, took it towards the box, cutting inside, and then with his right foot, no less, curled a wonder shot, an absolute beauty into the far corner, the goalie having no chance. So 2-0 up, everybody's happy again. We should have gone 3 up later on because a nice move ended with Barron getting a free shot at goal from the 18-yard line, right on the 18-yard line, nobody near him, and he kind of skewed his shot. It was a kind of weak effort, but it went miles past the post, so you could see how annoyed he was at himself for missing that. That would have been a great way to go in 3-0 up at half time. Still, people were happy with 2 considering how the game had started, and then the second half we killed them off with a third goal. And what a third goal. Great team move. Started with Butland. I don't know, 3-4 Rangers players must have passed it on. I think Tavernier even headed a pass inside at one point, and it went to sub Diomande, and he pushed a wonderful through ball for Czerny to run onto. He took it into the box, cut inside as he does past the first defender, and before the second defender could come and close him down, he hit it with his left foot this time into the corner. Brilliant goal. So he deserved his man of the match award. 2 goals, and he actually had the assist obviously for the first goal, which Lawrence scored, so he had a good night before he was subbed. Even better, the 4th goal came from one of the best players in the team last night, Connor Barron. In their half, they were trying to get it up the field, and Connor Barron pounced on the guy and took the ball away from him. And not only that, passed it forward. Are you listening, the rest of you? Passed it forward for Igaman to run onto, took it into the box, 2 or 3 guys in front of him, did a few shuffles, got a bit of space on his right, and then just fired it into the far corner. Brilliant goal. Great joy, because people wanted to see this guy not only on the park, but they wanted to see him get his first goal and see if that would make him even more confident. So great work from him. Later on he had another shot which the goalie did well to save. So a good, what was it, half an hour from him, 30 odd minutes maybe. And by the way, Drossers was as usual, stumbling about, making no impact whatsoever, not even tackling guys, not even closing people down. So absolute disaster of a first half he had. It was amazing, or maybe not when you know the manager, that he came out for the second half, and it was only his injury, presumably, that saw him substituted, because he went down as if Mike Tyson had hit him. And when I saw it on TV later on, I thought, the guy hardly touched him. But now, having read the papers this morning, apparently the manager says he got a finger in his eye. I know where I'd put my finger on him, and that meant he couldn't see, so he had to come off, and he went straight up the tunnel. He looked really annoyed, in a huff, straight up the tunnel. But apparently he's apologised to the manager for doing all that, and the manager sort of forgave him because he couldn't see, so he couldn't continue. Well, he never sees when he's on the park in terms of vision and awareness and knowing what he should be doing. So he could have left him on, it wouldn't have made any difference. He stumbles about anyhow. So let's hope that means Igaman might start against St Mirren on Sunday. So 4 great goals. Oh, another chance Tavernier missed, well, maybe worse than Connor Barron's in the first half. In the second half, good move, comes to Tavernier, just on the edge of the box, nobody near him, and he hit it wildly. They went miles over. That should have been at least on target. I think if it had been on target, he would have scored. So there's 2 sitters we missed as well. So it should have been more than the 4-0, but who cares? It was far better than we expected as we went into the stadium, so we can't complain. As for the team itself, Jack Butland, terrible error, got away with it, so lucky. He had a couple of saves and that was all he did. Tavernier, as poor as ever. I mean, how that guy stayed on the 90 minutes. When the manager did bring on Casemiro, all he did was take Czerny off and move Tavernier into the right wing position, and Casemiro played it right back. Why can't he just sub Tavernier and have done with it? Is he so terrified to take him off? So anyhow, defence, Suter had a good game, especially when he was striding forward out of defence. Shefty was one of the best men in the team, great surging runs, running by 2 or 3 people at a go, so he looked good. The 2 best men were Raskin and Connor Barron, 2 little terriers getting stuck in, winning the ball. Even on one occasion when Raskin lost the ball, he chased the guy and he took it off him and he started a move again. That's what we need, that kind of spirit. So Barron, Raskin, the best men in the team. Shefty again. Bayrami, pretty anonymous, did 2 or 3 decent things, but pretty anonymous. Drossers was Drossers, so that's enough said there. Cherny, man of the match, 2 goals and an assist. Can't ask for much more, I suppose. He did some poor things as well. So as a whole, the whole team did some poor things, but in general, they were pretty good. Great result. Let's move on. Let's improve on it. There's a long way to go, even in the domestic game. So let's hope that's a spur for everybody to get into some kind of form.